Okay, we're here with Eric Christensen at the Red Angus Brain Trust meeting in association with the National Western Livestock Show here in Denver. And Eric is a cow-calf producer and a feed yard operator from Colorado. And Eric wanted to get some of your perspective from both sides as to what kind of cattle work and what you've seen both as a commercial producer and in the feed yard. So I wonder if you could just first give me a little bit of background on your operation, both the cow-calf side and the cattle feeding side.
Sure. We run about 400 mother cows, but that calve in the fall. We have about a 2,000 head feed lot in which we feed mostly our own cattle, but also some custom cattle and some purchased cattle, as well as farm about 1,100 irrigated acres. We're lucky in the fact that all of our rangeland and farmland is contiguous, and it keeps us busy year-round.
Tell me a little bit about the breed types that you use. You're here at the Red Angus meeting, so I assume that you use some Red Angus genetics in your cow herd?
Cow herd, yes, it's about 50% Red Angus based. The other half is probably 50% Black Angus based. But our bull battery is 100% Red Angus bulls, and that was progression over time. We started with both red and black bulls, but as we kept seeing those really good-looking red calves, we bought all Red Angus bulls, and that's all we'll buy for the very, very distant future.
What are some of the things you like best about the Red Angus breed in your particular program?
Number one, I think, is probably disposition. We have a 2-gate rule. They can go over the gate once. The second time they go to town, we've never sold a Red Angus bull due to disposition. The mothers are excellent mothers, better mothers. They're smaller. They're more efficient. They're just right in line with what the Red Angus breed is known for. The motherhood instinct in the Red Angus cattle is awesome.
How about in the feedlot? What kind of performance do you see as those calves move through the feeding period and then their value coming out to the packer?
The value all the way through with a combination of better health, feed efficiency, gain. A lot of that has to go back to the maternal traits. Adds value all the way through, not only to the rancher, but also to the cattle feeder, and eventually down the line to the packer, and hopefully, that person on the other end in their dining experience is having a positive one, and I think it all relates back to the Red Angus base.
Well, good. In addition to genetics, what are some of the traits that you see as really paying off as you're looking at feeder calves and thinking about placing feeder calves into the feedlot? What kind of characteristics or what kind of information would you look for from a producer as to gauging the value of those calves coming in?
Probably first and foremost is a good health program. They've got to be vaccinated, which you can't find many cattle out there anymore that aren't. And weaning them at the home ranch is probably almost as equal. If you can do that and get them through that very stressful period of taking them away from mom, changing their feedstuffs, bunching them all up, if you can do that at home, you're going to be head and shoulders above anybody else that won't or doesn't have the ability to wean them at home.
Those are good points, and especially in these times with input prices being as high as they are, you want some efficiency, but also any kind of health problems that are really going to set those cattle back. And I understand that you also feed some calves for natural beef programs, and I imagine that some of those health issues really come into play there as well.
When we purchase calves for natural programs, we're to the point now we can't afford to buy cattle that are not vaccinated or weaned at home for a natural program. It just will not work, and there's too much risk.
As soon as they fall out of the natural program, they've lost a lot of value, and you've invested quite a bit into that program, and they enter the commodity market and take a pretty big hit.
That's correct. It's probably in the neighborhood of $120 to maybe even $250 a head when they fall out of that natural program.
Okay, well, Eric, I sure appreciate your time and really enjoyed your participation today with the Red Angus meetings, and hope you have a great time here at the National Western.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.